Freeze! Music, please. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chad Marco stream. Neat and chill. You guys like my weight vest here? I look like a Mortal Kombat character with this shit. Like I got a Mortal Kombat character here. I got this weight vest. It's 20 pounds, about 20 pounds. You know, summertime is coming up, and you know that's when I always go the hardest with my working out and exercise. And I said, you know what, I need to buy something else. I need to add something to my arsenal of workout gear. So I bought me my first weighted vest. Oh, it's tiresome. One thing I've done, so sometimes when I'm playing video games, right, I'll stand up with the weight vest on while I'm playing for about an hour, right? Like trying to make, your unproductive time productive, or at least somewhat straining on your body. And so I've been kind of doing. I'll make sure the mic is right too. The mic might be on shit mode. Okay, it's good. But yeah, we got a weighted vest here. You can't go full anime mode unless you got like the weighted vest, the weighted wristlets, leglets, or whatever you want to call it. I feel like I took myself to a whole different level here. Okay, now I'm done with this shit heavy. Fuck that. Oh God. Ooh. Rock Lee. Okay. Put on my nice button up here. I was gonna put the towel on today, but I was like, yeah, I'm a little late already. Okay, that's better. How is everybody doing? Everybody doing great. So this stream is called Box and Ball, I think. So I want to talk about some sports today. Last week, in fact, right after I got on stream, there was the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney fight. That was big. That was quite the spectacle, if I do say so myself. And I know I'm a little late, but I want to talk about that. But also basketball. The NBA playoffs are going on right now, and I kind of want to talk about the playoffs too. So, the topic of the day is sports. I'm sure I got a lot of sports fans here. Unkuno, welcome to the stream. Rock Bachrodom, welcome to the stream. Cool name, yes, you made it. Gambo-san, welcome to the stream. Not late to the point of it being that heart is in the way. Being the last 25% of the stream, like every other time. Yeah, here we are. Here we are. 9 p.m. I'm on time. Everybody's here. All three of you. All three of you guys are here. So, we can just hang out, talk about chicks, play with my cool katana. How'd you guys like the small penis video? I feel like that was some of my I feel like that was some of my finest work as far as like how do I say, self-love philosophy. Because I know that's a problem that a lot of guys deal with, and I always just try to think like, what's the best way to deal with that? What's the best way to deal with being a dicklet? And I always just feel like the best thing to do is, one, it sucks. You got to accept that it sucks. But I think you should just tell everyone. That's my motto. If you have a small penis, tell everyone. Tell everybody. Let everybody know that you have a small penis. Just be that guy. Be the small penis man. Right? I made a decision long ago that I will represent for all the small penis men across the world. I look badass with this katana. I don't know shit about sports though, so I can't conversate much here. Hey, that's great. That's fine. I don't know shit either. I'm a casual fan, regardless of anything. I'm definitely primarily just casual. I watch like even with the NBA, I kind of follow the season, but mostly through like sports analyst shows and stuff like that. Like I used to watch Undisputed before Shannon Sharp left and started doing his own thing. But yeah, and I'll watch like highlights, but I don't watch like full games until the playoffs. So I've only recently started watching like full NBA games because the playoffs are going on right now. Now with boxing, kind of like really, I mostly like going back and watching old fights. Like if there's a like, just for example, like you take someone like Oscar De La Hoya, I might go and just watch like a lot of his old fights, or Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali, and things like that. And then when you watch a couple of their fights, you find out about other guys, right? So like through watching Muhammad Ali, I learned about guys like Larry Holmes and what's his name, Kenny Norton and whatnot. And so then I start watching their fights, and one thing leads to another. But I would say I'm pretty casual, but still. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney was the kind of fight that that everybody could get into. Like everybody from the hardcore boxing fans, the professionals, to the casuals, because Ryan Garcia is a social media darling, a social media superstar. Some people, would say he's more of a social media star than a boxing star. And so, when he fought Tank Davis a while ago, that was a big deal. And he lost. I think it was a body shot that took him out. And then some people speculated that he might have given up or something like that. It was quite the L for him. But it's good to see that he bounced back. But we'll probably talk more about that later. Chad, have you ever talked about Brian Johnson, the billionaire guy trying to live forever? It might be an interesting topic for a podcast. Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson. A million. I feel like I heard of him or something. Why the hell would you want to live forever? Just give me 100 years and I'm good. These guys, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me see. Brian Johnson. Let me see. Who is this guy? English. This can't be him. A song. He's not a songwriter. Oh, let me. Brian Johnson, billionaire. Okay. Oh, I see. It's Brian, like Bryan. Brian Johnson is a 45-year-old software developer who sold his company Braintree Payment Solutions to eBay's PayPal in 2013 for 800 million in cash. He is spending around 2 million a year to reduce his biological age, which is how his body seems rather than his actual chronological age. He is supported by a team of 30 scientists and follows a strict diet, exercise regimen, and numerous treatments. Okay, let me look at him. He say he's 45. I mean, I'm not really in this dude. I ain't gonna say he wasting his money, but it's not like impossible to look that good at 45. Like, do you guys remember like Will Smith in his 40s when he was doing like I Am Legend and shit? He looked great. Like everybody was talking about how great he looked. You know, Tom Cruise. What's that other guy? But I guess these guys are also millionaires. Um, so I guess that's a millionaire thing, right? You're in your 40s looking that good, but. Who's that other guy? He's another famous dude. He played the Joker in one of the Batman movies. But he's known for like looking really young in his advanced age or relatively young. Um, but I don't know, man. It's just like I'm looking at him and I'm just like he has great skin, right? You can see that he's got great skin, but he looks like if you told me he was in his 40s, I'd be like, yeah, like because this is the age of people. This is, in fact, let me see if I can show it. Make sure this is the right guy. Let me bring him up real quick. Let's see here. All right, hold up. Right, so that I guess that's him there. This is the age of people taking very good care of themselves. This is the age of people being very health conscious and things like that. Meet Brian Johnson, a man who spends 2 million yearly to reverse his age. But I guess too, like you can't just look at it on the surface though. Like on the surface, like I'm just saying I'm not really impressed. But what about what's going on the inside? Because it's not just how you look; it's how everything is functioning on the inside as well. So it could be things like prevention of injuries or things like bad knees, bad ankles, a bad hip, bad back, stuff like that. So I don't want to say his money isn't going to good use. But I guess when you told me, like, I'm looking at like, oh, the billionaire investing money into reversing his age, I expected to see like some guy looking like 25 and he just looks like a 40 something year old who takes very good care of himself. But we're just looking at it on the surface though. Reverse his biological age with the $2 million top anti-aging program. Okay, why is vaccine stuff coming up? Oh, Brian Johnson, billionaire. Brian Johnson. His a unique ingredient in his anti-aging diet. He religiously every day. Can money buy youth? Billionaire who's spending 2 million to stay young forever. But also though, like if he can maintain this, that's the other thing too. If he can maintain this going into his 50s and 60s, then it will be more impressive. Um, right now, again, I'm just saying he looks like a guy in his 40s who's just taking good care of himself, which isn't necessarily unusual. But if he can maintain this look, as he gets older and older, right? Like I remember even like Madonna when Madonna was like in her late 40s and or 50 or something. People were like, oh, she looks so great, So it's not unheard of. American billionaire Brian Johnson, who invests 2 million annually to reclaim his youth, has sparked conversation by sharing his physical transformation on social media and conducting a poll asking when he looked his best. According to Business Insider, Johnson posted photos of himself from 2018, 2023, and 2024 on his X on the 10th. Alongside the photos, he stated, even my face ID is confused. I am changing. And asked netizens to vote in the comments on when they thought he looked his best. Of the nearly 44,000, more than half selected his appearance from 2018 before he began his rejuvenation project at his prime. After that, 39% chose his look from this year, while only 9% selected the one from 2023 when he had the least fat on his face. Okay. That's kind of funny because he was like, hey, don't I look better now? No, you look you look like a guy in his 40s who's taking very good care. But, I'm not trying to rain on his parade because it's going to be crazy motherfuckers like that get us to where that get us to that point, where we can have or reverse aging and things like that. You need somebody that believes. You need somebody to be the first guinea pig, the first investors and things like that. I was watching this documentary on like the Civil War or something. I think it was the Civil War. And I think it was like this clip where they were showing like the Confederate Army or the Union Army. I forgot which one. But they were utilizing some of the most early submarine technology. And that shit was like a death trap, right? Like they showed how like some of the first people who tested it out, like they died. Like it was fucked up. Like imagine like the most primitive fucking submarine shit made out of wood and steel. Right? And that shit just sinking to the bottom, right? Like shit like that would happen. And then they finally got like one version to work. But that was some of the earliest submarine technology that was used. And again, I think it was the Civil War, at least in America, and scary shit. But you need that. You need somebody that can think like, oh, what if we get like a ship but under the water, right? And then somebody can be like, man, that's crazy. And then people gonna die trying to get it right. But I commend him because he might be at the forefront of something special. And again, you can't just look at it on the surface. He might not look like, oh, he's reversing his age. He looks good for his age. But what about what's going on under the hood? Because that's important too. How many guys are getting older and got a bad back or a bad knee or this or that, Like I'm in my early 30s now. Like one change that I noticed is that it takes me longer to get like my legs warmed up for a good run and shit like that, right? So if you can reverse or undo shit like that, right? Like there's value in that as well. So you can't just look at it about like how he looks. It's also like what's going on inside of his body. So I commend the crazy billionaires like Elon Musk wanting to go to Mars or reverse aging. That's where it starts. One crazy motherfucker. Let's put a ship under the water. It had to be somebody out of their goddamn mind to think of some shit like that. It seems so simple now, but that shit crazy. Let's put a ship under the water. Like I would sooner believe we could fly before even thinking about that shit. Put the ship under. Oh boy. I don't think I want to live past 70. Why forever? I need about 100. Give me about 100 and I'm good. But I mean, I think for some people, some people are just afraid of death. Some people don't want to die Something, and then you got to think about it, he's a billionaire. Like this motherfucker won at life. He's a billionaire. The world is his oyster. He can do whatever he wants to. He can buy, every type of woman he could imagine being with, any car, go to any place. He can influence politics and culture with his money, make investments. If you're a billionaire, you probably do want to live at least about 300-400 years. Like I think average people could probably come to terms with death a lot better than a billionaire. Because when you're a billionaire, like you basically living life with cheat codes on. Like just imagine you can do whatever you want, right? Because most of us, we have to deal with the limitations of being ordinary and average, and having access to, only a limited amount of things. These guys, again, the world is their playground. And it goes beyond just the indulgence of vices. It's the influence of like mega rich, powerful families like the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and shit like that. That type of power and that type of influence, yeah, like you want to, right? You want to be controlling shit to the end. You want to, right? That's why Elon Musk is like, let me go to Mars. Like, what else? You did everything. You got all the money. You can buy whatever you want. So I think once you hit that point, it's just like you got to find like that next high, that next goal or something like that. Cause you got weirdo money, right? You got that money that's just gonna make you weird. So you you got to figure out what you're gonna do with it. So I'm not surprised that a billionaire would be more attached to wanting to live forever and shit like that. Cause it's like like what you work so hard to get to where you are. By the time it happens, you're in your 40s or something like that. Like half your life is over, but you're just now getting all this influence and power, and you only got a few decades to enjoy it, man. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand, but it's always them crazy motherfuckers just to get too much money. How do you get money? I have no idea. I have a job, being a hoe, robbery. Oh, you're asking me? A job, being a hoe, right now. Oh shit. The last thing I did, like really, I be doing like little, like just jobs for my mom and shit like that, and then she usually throw me some money. Like the last thing I did was I pretty much just did the front and backyard. Just fix the yard up, cut the grass, picked up all the pine cones and shit. But I'm basically like a living errand boy for my mom, and that's how I can make a buck here and there. Just doing whatever. Kind of like what I was talking about in the video. What was it? The video? Yeah, the car crash video. But I was talking about driving my niece to work and shit like that. So just having me around to do whatever she needs to get done. She values that. She might throw me a 20 here, a 10 there, whatever. I get a little money from streaming too. YouTube. But then again, that's like what? That's probably like $100 a year or something like that. I don't get enough views on YouTube to make a significant amount of money. I probably make more money from music streams a year, or let me think, probably maybe like 150, 200 or something like that. Patreon, I got a few patrons, so I scrape by. But I'm a man of very little needs. I don't need a lot to, I don't need a lot to be happy. I don't need a lot to get by. But of course, we're still trying to get another job because I do miss having money. Even the little bit of money I had for my part-time janitor job was, it was pretty dope. It was pretty cool. He was a tech slobby for most of his life. Only started taking his health seriously. His biomarkers are great. See, that's what I'm saying. Biomarkers. Let me look that up. I think I know what that means, but I just want to make sure. Because I think biomarkers is what I was saying about the inside of his body, right? Biomarkers. Let me see. Biomarkers are indicators of typical biological processes, pathogenic processes, or pharmacological pharmacological, that's a word, reactions to therapy. The application and identification of biomarkers in the medical and clinical fields. Disease-related biomarkers give an indication of the probable effect of treatment on a patient. So yeah, I'm guessing, that's roughly what I was talking about. Like on the inside, his body is basically doing very well for his age. I hope he doesn't get like, you know, bogged up, right? I hope he doesn't get bogged, because if it's that kind of obsession, then that can be very unhealthy. Let me see. Bogged. I wonder if it'll come up. Bogged. Yeah, bogged meme. Okay. Bogged the bard. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, these guys right here. God, what the fuck is wrong with these mother? Whoa. Okay. Let me see here. All right, where is it? Boom. Yeah, this guy, this meme right here. That's what it means when you get bogged. Basically, when you get so much plastic surgery done that you end up making yourself look like whatever that is, just make yourself look ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying that he's been getting plastic surgery, but oftentimes the obsession with youth leads to this sort of thing. It leads to that kind of Madonna effect where you get these facelifts and face fillers and all that stuff, and you just end up looking somewhat alien, right? And you were kind of probably better off just aging gracefully, than that. Let me Madonna. Oh look, because that's like the greatest examples of bogging yourself the fuck up. Let's see, Madonna 2023. Oh boy, scary. Oh, right there. Yeah. See, those are the Photoshop ones. That's the right. That's oh god, she looked like something out of a horror movie right there, bro. You gotta be careful because they got a lot of Photoshop pictures. Yeah, look at, oh my god, bro. Look at that shit. That is crazy. And that right there though, like this picture right here, that was like Madonna at like what 40s, 50s right here. And again, she looks aged, but that was like her taking good care of herself for her age. But as you enter into your 50s, it gets harder and harder to maintain that, and that's why she went the path of bog. Right? But there she didn't look bad. She just looked like an older woman. Like she looked like somebody that was super vegan and stayed on the damn treadmill and ate tree bark and grass all day. When you do that, yeah, you can look like that. But somewhere down the line, she just, Lord have mercy. God. Like at some point, it's like it's just not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? At some point, it's just like just be old, bitch. Just be old. Damn. God damn. That's crazy. Oh man. Black Cell NEET. Welcome to the stream. As a NEET, you have to realize that no one is holding a poo poo to your head telling you to buy stuff. Yeah. A pew pew, a gun. Is that the is that the YouTube censorship there? What was the last shit that the last thing I bought was that damn weight vest. I'm sure I get a lot of mileage out of that. Ooh. Oh, this thing is heavy. It feels heavier in your hands than it does. And this is 20 pounds? It can't be 20 pounds, bro. This shit like it's more than 20 pounds. Maybe because it's the sag. God. Oh boy, but this shit is cool. Damn. Right? Maybe I'm just a little out of shape. I didn't work out a lot this week. Ooh. Okay. What do you think about joining the military? Hell no. Fuck no. Never. Never. I'd rather be executed on live TV. Man. Oh Lord. No. Fuck no. Nothing. I mean, nothing says the government owns my black ass like joining the military. All due respect to military personnel, but I'm too red pill for that shit, bro. Like the way the shit that I've learned about how the government works and how the military works and how soldiers are manipulated to like you're basically just like you almost like a robot and they tell you what the fuck to do, right? They say kill those people, you go kill them. Right? Like that's hell no, bro. Like being in the military is nah, dog. For me, the military being in a military only makes sense in a righteous country, run by righteous men, where you have a righteous system and government. That's the only way. Otherwise, like again, I always bring up the Vietnam War. Like almost unanimously as a people, we look at that and say, "Yep, we fucked up." Right? And then you look at Muhammad Ali as the example of someone who spoke out against fighting in the war. And he had the sound reasoning. Why the fuck should I go over there and kill these people I don't even know? I don't know them. Viet Cong never called me Negro. They never called me nigga. Right? Exactly. So it's just like, fuck nah, bro. Fuck nah. I'm not about to go die for fucking Israel. Fuck no, man. Look at how the people in our government kiss the ass of another country like that, bending over on their knees, licking ass. They'll send every one of us to go die for fucking Israel. Suck my dick, man. Hell no. I wish I would. You a goofy. Man. I know too much, bro. If I was ignorant, I would join the fucking military and let somebody tell me to go kill somebody for just because I said so. But fuck no, bro. Fuck the military. And look, I get it, because we got to support the troops and all that. You know what? I'm going to stand up today and say, fuck that. I support people thinking for themselves and not being a dog for the government. And I'm not saying that that's what everybody in the military is, but that is what happens in the military. Could tell me right now, if you in the military and they tell you shoot them niggas you don't know, you wouldn't do it. You would do it. So I don't want to hear that shit. Don't talk to me. Talk to them. Because I'm keeping it a fucking buck. If they told your ass, shoot them niggas that you don't know, what you gonna do? Yes, sir. Yes, sergeant. I'm gonna shoot them. So fuck that shit. Hell no, bro. Don't even get me started. I'd rather die. Kill me if I join the goddamn military. I can't think of anything more fucking disgraceful than joining the American military. I can't think of it. Kill them. Okay. Oh, yes, sir. And then on top of that, after they sold out the American people time and time again over recent years, fuck no. Hell no, bro. Man, because I gotta say it, because it's so much fucking like I feel like by default we gotta always act like being in the military is this great thing. We gotta always act like support the troops, but we gotta acknowledge the negative side to that. We gotta acknowledge the reality of it too, right? Like it's not like this. Like we're not living under a godly system where God is literally telling us like the correct path of who to fight and who to kill. Like it's corrupt men that manipulate and take advantage of soldiers and the military to do his biddings. It's always worked like that. So no, I'm not gonna just blindly say support that. No, fuck that. Right now, I can look at it. I look at it. I gotta put morality to the side. I take my morality and integrity and character to the side, and I can respect the hard work and the courage that goes into that. But again, I have to take morality out of it because it's not a system where I can put myself into and be morally okay with myself. Because I know that I'm just a dog to fight for the interests of another country or old white men that don't give a fuck about me or my people. The Bog twins died recently, and Biz had a. They died. Hold up. This is a trap. I didn't even know. The Bog twins. Get out of here. The big twins. No, the Bog twins. The Bog twins. Oh, I guess this is like the meme name. The Why would they do that? I want the Bog twins, man. Igor and Grichka Bog. Oh, that's why they call. Oh yeah, Bogdanov in critical. Oh, okay. Hold up, let me see. Maternal grandmother, Countess Bertha. They look weird even back then. What the fuck? Did they ever look normal? What? The Bogdanov twins were both hospitalized at the George Pompidou European Hospital in Paris in critical condition on the 15th December 2021 after contracting COVID-19. Gritzka died on the 28th of December, and Igor died 6 days later on January 2022. They were 72 and both were intentionally unvaccinated. Ooh. The funeral for both twins was held on the 10th of January 2022 in the Church of Madeleine in Paris, France. Oh. I had no idea. Damn. I had no idea they had died. I didn't know they died of COVID. And they were fellow anti-vaxxers. Okay. Damn. Unfortunate. I didn't really know anything about them though, other than um, the whole meme because they got the fucked up faces. But rest in peace, Bog twins. They seem like some interesting fellows. The Bog twins were such a big part of the board culture on Biz. I would just see them posted like, what's that meme? Give me a quick rundown and that that shit. I bought a $250 camera for $60. What a deal! Shit. Damn. I feel like I overpaid for this weight vest though. This was like $49. This was half the money I got from the yard work. It was $49, man. The 40-pound one costs like $100. I'm like, what? Like, ain't it kind of silly though? Like how much weights cost and shit. Like this ain't it's weight. Why should I pay? I can feel this with sand. Like why is this? Why is it worth? I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like realistically, like this should be like $30, bro. This should be like $30. But it is what it is. But the 40-pound one costs $100. I was like, nah. And it was funny. I was like, I wanted the 40-pound one. I'm a man. I can handle that. then I put this shit on. I was like, yep, I got, I got the right one. Oh boy. All right, that shit is fun though. It's fun having your own little anime weight vest so you can LARP as an anime character, and then you finally take it off and you do the big, the big drop. Oh boy, that's great. A lot of Hispanics joined the military for citizenship. Oh yeah, cool. Just like the fall of Rome. Right? But yeah, I mean that's not really that's how it works though. Like you can you join the military for citizenship? They still do that? I mean, I figure like at this point nothing matters. Like it seems like you can become a citizen just doing not a damn thing. Just show up. So do you have to or maybe this is something that just happened like throughout you're saying this is just something that has always happened. Um let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Does joining the military grant citizenship? Okay. Yes, it's a nice one. No, if you are serving or have served in the U.S. Armed Forces and are interested in becoming a U.S. citizen, you may be. Wait a minute. Does joining the. Wait a minute. If you are serving, you may be eligible to. Provisions. Does so it says no, joining the US Armed Forces does not automatically grant citizenship. However, if you are serving or have served in the military and are interested in becoming a US citizen, you may be eligible to apply for naturalization under special provisions of the Immigration and Nationality Act. These provisions allow for expedited naturalization through military. So basically, what they're saying is no, but joining the military does make it easier to become a naturalized citizen. But how the fuck are you able to join the military without being a citizen in the first place? That's weird in of itself. That don't even make sense to me. Hold up. Hold up. Mitsuru, bring up the other screen, please. Yeah, thank you. Let's look this up. Let me see. Can non-citizens join the U.S. Army? Yes, a non-citizen can enlist in the military. However, federal law prohibits non-citizens from becoming commissioned or warrant officers. In order for a non-citizen to enlist in the military, they must first be a legal immigrant. A legal immigrant, but let's face it, that don't matter. That don't matter. Yes, each year about 8,000 non-citizens join the U.S. military. So, yeah, it seems like it's a way to, like a shortcut to become a American citizen, so they can join. That's crazy, bro. That's like where are the standards at, bro? Like what the fuck? That's what I'm saying. I hate I had to go on that anti-military rant there, but this is the type of shit I'm talking about. This is goofball shit where you let non-citizens join the fucking military, right? But because like I get it from like a tyrannical, evil government perspective, because you want meat, you want meat for the grinder, right? You like what they got going on in the Ukraine. You'll take anything. Just get out there and do our dirty work. So I get it from that perspective, right? But I feel like it's a symptom of a system that is lacking in something, righteousness, morality, culture. I don't know. It's just weird to me. But again, I get it. If I was a tyrannical dictator, I'd do it too. I'd be like, yeah, like let them. Yeah, you can join us. Just join the fucking military and do our dirty work. If you survive, then you can welcome to the team. So I get it from that perspective. I just thought we had like morals and shit. I thought we had standards about how we ran the country. But of course now I know we don't. So I'm not surprised. I don't know why the hell I'm right? So it is what it is. Not a big reason for natives to join. Yeah. Like come on now. At least the migrants have a reason because they make it easy. But again, it's like it seems like now you don't even need to do that. They just letting people in, right? Like when I went to go get my driver's license, I mean, I'm seeing Chinese people, Hispanic. Like man, I saw like all kind of different people. And I saw the Chinese, Hispanics. I'm like, damn, like y'all talking Chinese in here? Oh man, I fucked that up too. Okay, the Bog twins. Did you have a good day, Anon? Did you guys have a good day? I had a solid day. But this month, I gotta be honest. This month has been like I had a big problem. I spent like half this month like playing Fallout 4, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I've been obsessed with that game, man. I've been obsessed with Fallout 4. I'm about to put out some more Fallout 4 adventures on the gaming channel, but I swear, dude, that survival mode shit is so much fun. Like it is too fun. That's part of the reason why I haven't uploaded a lot this month, especially compared to last month. I was killing it. I've been playing the hell out of that game. I'm probably gonna play it again once I get back from the gym. But other than that, it's shit is never really too bad over here for me. Most of my problems are always just me being lazy and not focused the way I need to be, right? Which is a personal issue, but other than that, I've been just coasting and cooling. Just trying to get myself back into like the gym workout mode, ready for the summer and shit. Cause summertime is always my favorite time to get into some heavy workouts, long walks, jogs, running, lifting and shit like that. I want to take the physicality to a different level this year for sure. A lot of useful skills could be learned through military training and experience, but that's literally it. You're stronger and have more skills in various areas of survival, but it isn't worth it. Yeah, I mean, obviously you can, like, there's a lot of benefits to joining. There's a lot of benefits to joining the military. As far as again, you get paid. Like, I don't know the specifics, but I hear they got like good ass dental insurance, like dental health care and all that. And the confidence that you build, the discipline, the skill, like I would definitely benefit from that kind of training, considering how lacking in self-discipline I've always been. But it's just it's the reality of it that you're putting yourself in a position where you're going to be, or you could potentially be used to further the evil interests of your superiors, and that's, to me, that's the main reason why I wouldn't care if I knew that the country was ran by righteous men and we had a good, we lived in a good system and government. I would love to. That would be fantastic. I had a recruiter actually, put the pressure on me one time years ago, because I was doing one of my walks uptown to like Walmart, and Walmart is right next to like the army enlistment place or some shit. I don't know, it's some fucking army building or something. And so I'm hanging out there, and I'm at this point I'm young and fit, had a tank top on, so I look like I was. I would have been great for the goddamn meat grinder. And this guy, he asked me if I wanted to join. I had to, nope, 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 nope. Right. They put the pressure on you too, for real, bro. Like, they don't be playing. I was like, no. But of course, if we lived in a better country where I could trust our leadership, then cool. Because that's my main gripe with military service. Is that you, like, the name of the game is do what you're told. That's the problem. The name is do what you're told. And that's not my thing. It's like when you see, and I know this is kind of a different example, but it's similar because of like how you're used. But like it reminds me of like those videos that came out of Australia during the COVID-19 lockdowns. And how they had like the police officers or whatnot, like beating people and shit like that. And it's that sort of thing. Whereas like people lose all sight of humanity when they have that badge, when they got that uniform. Because at that, again, you're a robot. You're gonna do whatever the fuck they tell you, and you're programmed to be that way. You know, and even if it means beating up old women in the street, you'll do it. Don't tell me you won't do it. That's why, like, I don't want to hear nobody criticize me about that shit. Because that's what it is. If you join the military and they tell you beat up old women in the street, you're gonna beat up old women in the street. That's what the right. So I can't fuck with that shit. I'm trying to find that. Australia COVID lockdown riots. Let's see if I can find that shit. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's get this. Let's get this. Right. Right. So you join the police. You join the military. This is you. A guy wants to go outside and get some fresh air, and you putting your foot up his ass. That's you. And motherfuckers will wonder why I wouldn't want to be a police officer, why I wouldn't want to join, because this is you now. You're that guy. You're a robot. You a dog. They tell you beat they ass. That's what you do. So no. I want to be the motherfucker in the street getting his ass whooped. I don't want to be the guy whooping ass of regular citizens and old women. I'm good. This is you. This is right. At least 235 anti-lockdown protesters arrested. This is you. Right? Kick his ass. That's you. No, that's not me. I'm the guy getting fucking curb stomped by a police officer. That's I'd rather be that guy. Fuck no, dude. This is you. Hell no. You're either that or you're not a part of it. That's the thing. You're either that or you're not a part of it. There is no in between. You're them or you're not. So no. No police officer, no military, none of that shit, because that's what you become. That's what you are now. They tell you to beat up old women in the street. What are you going to do? You're going to be putting your knee on her goddamn neck like George Floyd. Fuck that. Okay. God. Oh, man. I might be a little bit of an anarchist, but oh well. I don't see Zogbots as humans, to be honest. I love Anne Frank. Oh, is that Travis Touchdown? Is that Travis Touchdown Avatar? I love Travis Touchdown, dude. If you guys never played No More Heroes, I don't know what the sequels are like, but that first game, bro, with the Wii remote, oh my lord. Oh, I gotta play that game again. No More Heroes is so cool. And Travis Touchdown, one of the best, one of my favorite like video game protagonists, because he's like an otaku. He's like a otaku weirdo guy who happens to be an assassin. It's cool shit. Being in the military is like being in dirty jobs with Mike Rowe. They're offering 50K signing bonus. Whoa, but where's that money coming from? Where's that money coming from? Right? That's the thing. Where the fuck is that coming from? See, it sounds nice. Oh, 50K, but that money is probably just coming from them taxing the fuck out of us even more. Like, that's probably where this shit coming from. I'm too good for you, baby. She was. Man. The girl that I used, the audio that I used with that girl from the Pineapple Show, I swear, like, you know, that was one of my favorite girls that was ever up there, though. Like, that girl is so, oh man, I don't know, that girl she's so sexy to me. That girl was so sexy, but way out of my league, way out of my league, bro. Like, life experience, money, maturity. I had no hope with that one. but she was whoa. Definitely, like out of all the my pineapple rejections, that was my favorite one. And really because like all the faces she was making and shit like that, it was perfect. It was perfect. Inflation is too high to be committing to women and having kids. It is. It is. You know, it's nah. You know, I kind of feel like having kids and whatnot is, I wouldn't say it's a rich person's game, but I feel like it's kind of a trap for the ordinary, right? Now I get it. You have some people like they have kids and they just go ahead and they put their head down and they just become that, like they become the devoted parent that's just struggling and striving. You know, like Good Times, right? Florida and James, like they just accept that it's gonna be hard and they just live a hard, rough life trying to raise their kid. That ain't for me, bro. I like to relax. I like to have fun. I like to chill and shit like that. And I think you can kind of probably do that with kids, but you got to have your life together. You got to have like good money, you know, and I just feel like now more than ever, you know, if you have kids and you don't have good money, like you're gonna suffer. And I mean suffer for real. Not just normal parenting suffer, but like you know, it's hard enough for everybody and you add kids on top of that, you know. But luckily I never really wanted kids anyway, so I ain't tripping on that. Right? You know, it's kind of weird, but I promise you guys, ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a bachelor. Like I was like that always appealed to me more than being a family man. You know, like that shit just like when I see guys with kids and like I don't get jealous of shit like that. You know, like people will post PewDiePie. I hate his fucking name, but people will post PewDiePie because you know he moved to Japan and he got a great wife and he got a kid. Like his life is just basically perfect, right? And but when I see somebody like PewDiePie, I don't envy him for the kid or the wife. Like it's the money, right? And being in fucking Japan, like if I had them, like I would love to have the money to do shit like that, but. Like I don't envy any man that got kids and shit. I never wanted it, you know. And I'm sure they would feel the same way about you know a bachelor. They probably never wanted to be a bachelor, but you know, I'm just saying like it's funny because I literally always felt that way. I never wanted like not once in my life did I ever think or see myself as being a family man and have being a father, being a husband. I never did. I always was like I wanted to be a bachelor, bro. I always wanted to be free. I always just wanted to be unattached, free, and able to do and come and go as I please. Like to me, there's no appeal to being tied down to anyone or anything, you know. And I think that mentality is kind of good and bad because I think that, um, you know, it's made me, you know, unapologetically me. Um, but I think at the same time, it's also a reflection of my lack of commitment sometimes as well, you know. But I'm just saying that's always been the thing with me. So, you know, Bachelor. It's funny too. I remember. I don't know if you guys remember. There was that visual novel. You guys did play that visual novel with the girl, the handicapped girls. Let me see if I can find that shit real quick. Let me see. Visual novel. I don't even know what that shit is called. I'm gonna put in visual novel girl with no arms. I do remember that. Didn't have a bitch with no arms? Yeah, that's her right there. Katawa Shouju, Disability Girls. Oh yeah, she would paint with her feet. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Shooting Star Dreamer visual novel. Like anybody remember this shit here? Let me pull it up. Okay, let me see here. Anybody remember this? Katawa showed you, I guess that's what it's called, where it had the different girls with disabilities and shit. Like the burn girl, the girl with the face burns, the girl with no arms, there was the girl with no legs or something like that. But I remember when I played this game, I got the ending where you fall off the fucking roof, where you're hanging out with like the male best friend and you guys are drunk and then you fall off the roof. And I thought that was so funny because like I made every decision according to what I thought I would do in real life. And I ended up not getting any girl but dying by falling off the roof drunk. And I thought it was funny because I felt like that was a reflection of just how I am in real life, right? Because I don't make decisions that would lead to me, making connections and relationships in the first place. And now, in the context of the game, they punish you for that by giving you the bad ending, right? But at least in a game like Catherine, for instance, that ending is like that I gets no bitches ending is actually like cool. I should do a playthrough of that too. Catherine, True Freedom, True Freedom ending. Yeah, yeah. The True Freedom ending in Catherine is basically Vincent fucking off to space, and I just always loved that. 'Cause I felt like for once I was playing a game that kind of didn't look at not getting the girl as a bad outcome, right? It kind of appreciated the value of self love and the freedom of being single and not being tied down. I always appreciated that. Um, but definitely in that fucking visual novel, they were like, nope, you fall off a roof and you die. You better fuck one of these disabled girls. Oh man. They are giving guns to undocumented people. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, look, again, man, America's going to hell in the handbasket. I don't think I ever said that out loud before. Hell in the handbasket. Oh. But yeah, America's going to shit, man. It is what it is. I just feel like America is a joke. I feel like America's a joke. You guys know I like watching Alex Jones sometimes. He talks about different theories on the direction of the world in America. And one thing I've heard him say is that the elites, they look at the model of government in China and Russia as being the ideal because people over there are more like sheeple and obedient. And you know, one of his uh, predictions is that there's a concentrated effort for like to make the West fall and to so that it can shift towards being more like China or Russia in terms of its style of government, where people are more obedient, because when you have principles like freedom of speech and all that, that's never great for the elites. That's never great for the rich people trying to influence and control the world, right? You would rather if you like a dictator, you would rather be have a populace like China where everybody's gonna bend over backwards, and do whatever you say, or Russia or something like that, right? And so again, I don't know how true that is. Alex Jones be talking a lot of shit. But that's how it feels. It almost feels like there's a concentrated effort to bring America down from the inside out. Because some of the stuff that we see going on is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's called the Courage to Serve Act. Oh, those acts always sound so good. The Patriot Act. Oh, it's got a good name. In Afghanistan, the Afghans that helped the U.S. military also had a shot at citizenship in the U.S. Yeah, see, there you go. Again, it makes sense. I'm not saying it don't make sense. I just don't like that kind of practice. I just don't like it. It makes sense though when you don't give a fuck about stuff like that. But if you're undocumented, come to America. If you're native, leave. But then where do you go? Right? I've been thinking like if I were to leave, where would I go? You know, like Puipa, he fucked off to Japan, but Japan is just a vassal state of America, right? Just a vassal country. Like I guess if I did leave, I want to go to a place that had some power and wasn't going to just again like not some vassal country or something like that. Maybe it's I don't know. I guess you could go to like South America because they don't seem like nobody want to take over South America, but then South America is South America, right? Because I've heard people who go down there say stuff like just like how bad the corruption is and shit like that, like having to pay off police officers and police officers they'll look the other way if somebody like steals from you, and then you got to pay the police officers to give a fuck. We got to really deal with stuff like that in America. We got to appreciate the privileges and the benefits of living in a first world country that you wouldn't get elsewhere. But I don't know, like where would you go? Blink 182 has a new album. Blink 182. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Big fan of Blink 182. If you don't feel comfortable like being around kids, if you have no experience, discipline, then your life's gonna get real hard for a long time. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say. Let me see, because I've really helped raise my niece, you know, and it was kind of a like before she became a teenager, it was kind of a good time. Kids get really difficult when they become teenagers, though. Like, yeah, like that's probably like looking at my nieces and nephews and shit. Like, it seems not that bad until like until they become teenagers. That's when shit gets real because they start really wanting to explore, and so the problems they have become more serious as they get older, right? When they get in trouble, it's more serious trouble. Like as a kid, like kids just do dumb shit, right? They break something, they spill something, and or they get in trouble at school, or but teenagers is different. Your son might join a gang. He got caught stealing from the store, right? Your niece might end up, or your daughter might end up pregnant or something, or dating the wrong guy, getting into alcohol and whatnot, shit like that. So it's, but you know, I have no idea. I have no idea how I would deal with being a father, because being an uncle is different. Because the cool thing about being an uncle is that you can come and go as you please, right? Because it's not your responsibility. Um, but when you're the actual parent, it's different, right? It's everything falls on your shoulders. So I don't know exactly what that kind of pressure is like. But and maybe I'm just naive, but I almost feel like I don't think I would be a terrible parent other than being broke. Like if I had my money right, I don't think I would be, and I'm not even saying like wealthy, like just decent, right? Like if I had like a decent job, let's say I was making like 70, 75K a year, right? Give me that much. I right. I really don't think I would do a bad job. I think I'll be a much better parent than a lot of the people I see around me. Not the best, but I think I would be a much better parent. But then what I'm comparing myself to is right, the people, oh man, like I can't believe the shit I see. I can't believe like the shit I see parents doing with their kids in my neighborhood, in my life, it's just ridiculous, bro. Like these motherfuckers not even trying. They not even trying, bro. Like they won't even help a kid with no homework, like basic shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's weird because like when I think back to like like my own upbringing and just the lack of like real guidance, right? Like that's what stands out the most to me. And I know a lot of my friends had similar experiences. You know, it's kind of like when you look at like the red pill and why that's so popular. That's because a lot of guys you know how many guys never had a man sit them down and go in depth on how you should deal with a woman, like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, do you know how many men never have that, and the value of that, and the necessity of that? That's why, you know, guys like Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit and, you know, Rolo and AMS. That's why they get so popular, because they lay out a step by step game plan and blueprint for young men, how to deal with women, how to deal with finances and fitness and shit like that we never got from our fathers, that we definitely wouldn't have got from our mothers, you know. And like it's crazy how normalized that shit is. That shit is just so normal. Like that's normal. If you didn't have, if amongst my friends and who I know, like if you didn't have to deal with that shit, then you were definitely out of the ordinary. I'm not saying like nobody I grew up with had it, but that shit was so common. And I feel like if nothing else, I think that's what I could do differently compared to you know, a lot of the so-called parents that I see around me. Katawa Shoujo, yeah. You better fuck those disabled girls. Multiculturalism always leads to a massacre. Oh yeah. Oh, don't we love diversity? Okay, so I'm all caught up with the comments. I want to talk about some sports. Yay! Give me a second here. Give me 1 second. Should I do it like that, or asset one name city backdrop? I'm trying to think. Maybe I could just do like a, let's see, image. Let's see, Ryan and the Reagan. That's funny. Oh boy, that would be so crazy. Yikes. Oh boy. Oh, I knew I had one of those pictures here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's bring that up. Put that right. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I should just leave that there. That's like for every stream. That's beautiful. But you know, a week ago, Ryan Garcia faced Devin Haney in a boxing match. This was a match that a lot of people didn't think was gonna happen, myself included. I don't know if you guys remember or were even interested. But before the fight, Ryan Garcia seemed very mentally unstable. He didn't look well. A lot of people were speculating that he might have been on drugs, that he was drinking. He admitted to smoking marijuana, but a lot of people were speculating that he might have been on like cocaine and things like that. You know, there were a lot of jokes about that because his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, I think is either allegedly or is it known? I don't know exactly which one, but he was, you know, a lot of people think he was a coke head in his day. And, you know, they say the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. But again, this is all alleged shit here. And a lot of the things, though, a lot of Ryan's antics leading up to the fight had people worried. And he was talking about like these conspiracies about like pedophile rings in Hollywood and stuff. Like and even in my own view, he didn't look right. He didn't look mentally sound. And you know, so much of boxing is mental. And Devin Haney, on the other hand, is the picture of self-discipline, maturity, and commitment to the sport of boxing. You know, maybe not skill wise, but I think his temperament and approach is probably the closest to Floyd Mayweather that we've seen, you know. Um, and so I remember when somebody asked me my prediction for the fight, right? And I don't know if it was right before the fight or maybe a week before or something like that. But this is what I think. This is what I said. My prediction was I thought Devin Haney would win. I thought Devin Haney would win the fight, right? So of course I was wrong in that, but I also said that I wanted Ryan to win. I wanted Ryan to win, but I wouldn't have bet money on Ryan winning. If I had to bet money, I would have bet on Devin. Right? All my logic told me that Devin Haney was gonna win this fight. but now look but now look at him. But why? Why did I want Ryan Garcia to win? And it's because right now in boxing, this is a great time because we have a lot of big name, young talent, up and coming, some established, whatnot, right? It's almost similar to the Four Kings era in the lower weight division, with Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, right? Like if that was a special period in boxing for the lower to mid weight classes. And I think we're kind of experiencing that again, where you have a lot of notable names and a lot of young talent. And, right now the names floating around in general are, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Tank. I'm probably missing, two or three more. Teofimo Lopez. So you got some good names in the lower weight classes, and Ryan is one of them. But he lost that fight to Tank. And that was a bad loss because it wasn't just that he lost; he got knocked out from a body shot, and a lot of people speculated that he gave up. Right, so it was three L's. You lost, you got knocked out, and people thought you gave up. It was really bad for him. The only way it could have been worse is if he got knocked out cold, like boom, right? He saved some face by going down on a knee, but then that just led to people thinking that he quit. But whatever. If Ryan Garcia would have lost this fight, it would have been basically one of those big faces in boxing going away. I don't think that his stock really could have recovered if he would have lost to Devin Haney. I think this was a must-win fight for Ryan Garcia. And the reason why I wanted him to win was because I think boxing is always better when you have characters, when you have relevant characters that people care about, that people are invested in. And Ryan Garcia has the biggest fan base. Ryan Garcia has the most potential as far as, being a crossover superstar, not just in boxing, but almost like the next Oscar De La Hoya. Like Ryan Garcia could do commercials and movies and music and all that. Tank, for all his talent, he doesn't have that in the same way. Like his charisma, his talk game just isn't as good. Like he has this, but he, the hands speak for themselves. Devin Haney, on the other hand, again, another one of the young faces in boxing. He has the skills, but he doesn't have the charisma like Ryan Garcia does. He also just doesn't have and even worse, he doesn't have like the fighting style that's crowd pleasing. He doesn't have the crowd pleasing fighting style. He's a very solid boxer, a technical boxer. Some would compare him to a Floyd Mayweather, just in terms of being more focused on the technical side of boxing. Not saying he's a defensive wizard like Mayweather, but just kind of similar in that he wins on points. He doesn't win by hurting and breaking guys down and things like that. He's a win by points type of fighter. That's not always exciting. Whereas Ryan is much more exciting. And so Ryan Garcia winning was the best thing possible for boxing, in my opinion, because of his potential as he has much greater potential as the face of boxing, because of his social media following and presence, because of his charisma, because of his good looks. He had, and on top of that, he has a crowd pleasing style. It was a very exciting fight. It was very exciting. He rocked Devin Haney with a left hook, that signature left hook early in the first round. Devin Haney after that, like he rocked him good, and then Devin Haney after that started coming back on. I think from my recollection, Devin Haney dominated rounds 2 through 5, like two, three, 4, 5. Like he was just right. He was doing his thing with the jab and just doing very solid boxing. He was being more aggressive, and but then after that, I think around like round 6 or 7, that's when Ryan got another left hook in, and from there it was pretty much all Ryan. Ryan was hitting him with that left hook. He knocked him down like 3 times. He got like 3 knockdowns. Some people would say 4 or 5, but that the referee was protecting Devin Haney. I kind of felt that way too. Some of those that they called a slip seemed kind of sketchy. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, but he was knocking him down. He was hitting him with that beautiful left hook. I feel like because there's so much to be said about this matchup and the different temperament of the two fighters. Because again, Devin Haney, a model of self-discipline and maturity when it comes to his approach to the game, and Ryan Garcia doesn't really have that same reputation. And he even said it himself. He said he was drinking throughout the training camp. Again, I don't know how he could have. A lot of people feel like he was bullshitting, like trying to make people think he was crazy when he was really locked in. But he said he was drinking and all that, and still won the fight. And he came in 3 pounds overweight. He came in over the weight limit, and so because he came in over the weight limit, he couldn't win the belt. So he won the fight, but because he was over the weight limit, he couldn't win the belt. So Devin Haney is still the champion. He still got the belts. But Ryan Garcia got the win. He just couldn't get the belts because, he came in 3 pounds overweight. And that kind of goes into the narrative or the belief that Ryan Garcia wasn't really as locked in, as he needed to be. Let me see something though. Oh Lord. Oh no, is this it? Is this it right? Is this it? Yeah. So at the weigh-in, he took like I think again that could have been water. That could have been water. Who knows? He could have filled that bottle with water. He could have filled it with water. But apparently he was drinking beer after the weigh-in and shit like that. So, but so much of boxing is like mind games and whatnot. It could have been a mind game thing, but me personally, I don't think so. But like I said, I think this is good for boxing because Ryan Garcia is going to be a better face for boxing than any of the other guys. Tank, Shakur, Devin Haney, Ryan is going to be the best. As on the charisma side of things, and then on top of that, he has a very crowd pleasing style. And also, I'm not saying this to shit on Devin Haney, like he should just be thrown out and taken out to the fucking shed. But I think he can afford the L in a way that Ryan Garcia couldn't. If Ryan Garcia would have lost this fight, we would have lost potentially the talent that had the most potential to be a good face of boxing or the best face of out of all the young talent. He got the most potential, and I think that would have been unfortunate. And he has a crowd pleasing style that's gonna, kind of like Tank, that's gonna bring people in and wanting to watch. Unlike a Devin, and Devin can bounce back from this, and he's still champion. It's like really this whole thing played out perfectly. Ryan won the fight in spectacular fashion. You know, he's more popular than ever. In it's a combination of winning, but also his pre-fight antics. Has paid him to be such a more interesting character. Um, but Devin Haney at the same time is still relevant because he's still the champion because Ron Garcia came in 3 pounds overweight. So what you have is Ron Garcia is still in the game, still relevant, and has the potential to be the face of boxing. And then you have Devin Haney, still a champion. Whoever he fights next is still going to be a championship bout. So there's still interest. There's going to be interest regardless of him being a boring fighter, regardless of him being defeated by Ryan Garcia. There could be a rematch. Who knows? He could fight Tank, whatever the case may be. But I think this fight to me is like a cold example of talent meets hard work. That's kind of how I look at it. Like Ryan represents like that raw God-given talent, like the speed and that crazy left hook and just his overall exciting style. Versus Devin Haney, who's just again a pure boxer, just technical body numbers type boxing. Not saying like he's a perfect boxer or anything like that, but it's just he has like a boring technical style. Let's call it what it is. But he's known to be a very hard worker. He's known for not cutting any corners. He lives a very clean lifestyle. Like he kind of follows that Floyd Mayweather blueprint when it comes to preparation and lifestyle, and just living clean. And Ryan on the other hand smokes weed, he drinks, he parties. I'm sure he has his fun with girls and shit like that. So, but the difference is Ryan just has like that natural talent, that natural talent to do special things in the ring that Devin Haney can't do. And that's kind of the crazy thing about this matchup was just that, like, to me, I look at it like classic talent beating hard work. And not saying Ryan doesn't work hard, but, he came in overweight. He came and admitted that he was drinking throughout the training camp. You don't do that. You're not supposed to. Right, but you don't do that. And he still won. One of my favorite parts of the fight was I think it was after the first round, I forgot, but this is when Devin Haney was coming back on and he hit Ryan with a great shot and rocked him a little bit. And then Ryan just replanted his feet, smashed his gloves together, and I don't know what he said, but it was like, come on, fuck it. And I was like, yo, like, to me, that was like the coolest moment in the fight. Yeah, the hooks were cool when he was knocking Devin Haney all over the place. But it was that when Ryan got hurt and he just willed himself through it the way that he did. I loved that. I wish I had a picture of that, but like for me, that was probably one of like the coolest parts of that whole fight for me. Let me see here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold up. Let me see if I get this shit. This was right before Devin Haney got hit with that left hook too. This was right before destruction. Right there. It was right before it. Notice what Ryan did here. And Floyd Mayweather actually criticized Devin Haney for this because he's throwing a jab, but he's throwing the jab without his right hand properly guarding his chin. When you throw the jab, and again, and I'm surprised because Devin Haney is such a technical boxer, but this isn't ideal form here. But you're supposed to throw it and keep your right hand basically glued to your chin so that you can defend. So you're throwing a jab, but you're also defending yourself. So it's like, and he's doing it like that, where his right hand is pulled back so far that he's wide open. And I saw a video where Floyd Mayweather was criticizing him about that. You know, you want to keep it tight. That way, when that left hook comes, you got something protecting you. You got a whole glove, like right there. Now, it ain't going to stop all the force. But, you know, one, if you see it, you can brace yourself better instead of having to get into position. It's already in position and you can just react. And then just the fact that it's there, the hit got to get through your, right? You got that blocking it basically. And so you see, that's wide open. But look at what Ryan is doing. Ryan is punching with Devin. And that's how he got him. He timed it. He was like, when he punched, I'm going to punch. And that's a big part of the reason why Kenny Norton was able to beat Muhammad Ali back in the day. Muhammad Ali, one of his best punches was his jabs. And what Kenny Norton would do, Kenny Norton would jab with him. He wouldn't just let Ali just do his shit. He would jab with Ali, and that helped him win that fight a lot. And so what you see Ryan doing here, you can tell that he's committed himself to punching with Devin. So he's like, all right, you gonna throw that jab? I'm gonna hook with you. And this was right before that, I think, the first knockdown. And you can see it. You can see the intent, right? It's almost like Joe Yabuki with the cross counter. Right? Like, I know I'm gonna get hit, but I'm gonna get your ass too. Like, you just look at, like, he knew what he was doing. Like, when you throw that jab, I'm gonna throw that hook. Boom. Boom. Just that simple, man. Just that damn simple. They already got t-shirts? There's a t-shirt of Ryan Garcia knocking out Devin Haney. That's crazy. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think I heard that Devin Haney's jaw was broke or something like that after the fight. Let me pull up. Let me see here. Let me get this off. Okay. And let me see. Bop. Boop. There we go. All right, so here's some more pictures, before the fight, after the fight, whatnot. Let me see here. Yeah, they say Devin Haney had his jaw. Oh, God. God damn. He looks bad, yo. And you can tell, too, like, that left hand was fucking him up, bro. Like, look at that. Yo. Bop. But, like, all that swole up, bro, just looking bad, bro. Damn. Oh, and you can see it here too. This is similar to what happened in the other picture I showed. You can see Ryan punching with Devin and got him with that left hook. So Devin is shooting. Let me see. Wait a minute. I think that's a right cross, right? So Devin is shooting a right cross, and then Ryan Garcia is countering with the left, and look at it, right is right on it too. And I'm kind of surprised because, again, Devin Haney is known as being a more like intelligent fighter, but I guess everybody is open sometime, right? Because nobody is never open. Like, let's be honest, it's easy to nitpick, certain spots. Because even Mayweather been hit clean before. Let's be honest about that shit. So it ain't like you always gonna have your shit tight. But it shows you how Ryan was able to take advantage of Devin Haney. But I gotta say this too. Even though Ryan Garcia won, oh oh God, dude, I'm sorry, Devin, but like he had Devin looking bad, bro. Look at him, damn, dude. King Ryan. Long live the king, man. He had my boy looking bad. He had my boy looking bad. Oh God. Okay, but I gotta say this though. Ryan Garcia won. He won the fight, but I think I hate to say it, but I think Ryan Garcia is gonna be a troubled boxer moving into the future. Um, when you look at certain aspects of the build up to the fight, his lifestyle or the way he portrays his lifestyle to be. Again, I don't know how much he's just trying to sell the fight, but I think a lot of that is real. And just certain things that he did, red flags, in the fight, he got frustrated with Devin Haney clinching to recover, and he hit Devin Haney on the break, like a clean hit. Like, I watch a lot of boxing. That's rare. Like, you rarely see somebody do that. It happens, but that's rare to see somebody hit on the break. Like, that's so, like, that's some disgraceful ass shit. Like, he hit Devin, like, when the referee gets between you and he's splitting you guys up, that's boxing 101. You don't hit on the break, right? The referee is basically saying, I'm breaking you guys up. I'm breaking you up. When I put the distance between you and give the signal, is on. Because he wants a clean break. He don't want y'all hitting each other, right? Ryan hit him on the break because he was getting frustrated because he couldn't keep hitting Devin. Devin, as buzzed as he was, he was able to, survive in there by clinching. And he hit him on the break. Like, whoa, that's fucked up. Like, that's dishonorable. That's some dishonorable shit. Then you look at the 12th round. You look at the 12th round. Ryan thought he had the fight won already. And when he went to the corner after the 11th, his trainer, Derek James, was like mad at him, like, stop, like, focus, man. Focus. This shit ain't over with. Don't be talking to them out there, like, focus, like the fight ain't over. Now, granted, Ryan was right. He, the fight was won by that point. But Derek James knew better than to play into that, because you can't forget Devin Haney racked up some rounds too. And Ryan lost a point because for hitting on the break. He lost a point and probably lost at least 6 of those rounds. And some could say 7. It's just that when he was winning great because he was knocking Devin all over the place. But Derek James knew not to get comfortable. Ryan got comfortable. He was taunting Devin and all in that last round. He was like sticking his tongue. He was sticking his tongue out and shit like that, dancing around the ring. He didn't take the 12th round. He took the 12th round off and waited to the end to start taunting Devin, basically. He was so sure that he had won that he didn't seize the 12th round, bro. Like, you want to see two motherfuckers, two warriors like that. No, I need this last round. Look, watch Larry Holmes versus Kenny Norton. Watch Larry Holmes versus Kenny Norton, bro. I think that was back when they had 15 rounders. But that was a long, hard fight. Let me see here. Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes, round 15. Like, let me see here. God, look at this. Oh my God, that's crazy. Let me see real quick. All right, hold up. Let me pull it up. Right, like Larry Holmes versus Kenny Norton. Like what you see right here, this the whole fight. It won't no playing around, won't no sticking the tongue. Like from 1 to 15, it was this. Now Larry Holmes was hitting back. Because Larry Holmes won the fight. I'm just saying, that fight, Larry Holmes versus like those. It's an example of how you're supposed to act in the last fucking round, bro. Like you don't do that shit. You don't be sticking your tongue out and all. Like you ain't do that much to be doing that. And then after the fight, when he was, he was being interviewed. Of course, he gave all glory to God. He's a deeply religious person. But then he was also talking about, we about to party, go to the club, and all that. Like, now on one hand, right, this is why Ryan Garcia works as one of the big faces of boxing because people love that. They love that realness. They love that raw. They love that charisma, But at the same time, right, you look at the greats like Bernard Hopkins and whatnot. After a fight, they were back in the gym next day or that Monday. You know what I'm saying? They weren't talking about partying and all that. James Toney, Burger King. But I'm just saying, like, look at the red flags, bro. I feel like Ryan Garcia is gonna be a tragic. I hate to say it. I don't want to jinx him. I think Ryan Garcia is gonna be a tragic story in boxing, and I hate to say it, but that's what I see. I see way too much immaturity. I see way too much immaturity from Ryan, and his lifestyle. And again, it's not like I hang out with the motherfucker. 'Cause there has been fighters who would sort of embellish their like extracurricular activities to try to psych out their opponents, right? But assuming that he's telling the truth about the drinking and the partying, that's never a good thing for a boxer. It's never a good thing for a professional fighter. Um, and then the fact that he came in the fight overweight, like that's like, dude, like, like even that's some dishonorable shit. Like I heard there was a Japanese boxer that committed like suicide because he came in overweight for a fight or some shit like that. Now, of course, they do shit differently over there, but I'm just saying. But I think, yeah, this is a great win for Ryan. It's great for boxing because of this is a young guy that can, that can be the face of boxing, but I got a bad feeling about it, bruh. I got a bad feeling about that shit. I got a bad feeling about it. I feel like Ron Garcia gonna get himself into some big trouble if not sooner than later. I hope not. Knock on wood. I hope the best for him, but he's just showing all the signs of somebody that doesn't have the maturity to deal with success. He's showing all those telltales, like those Mike Tyson signs, right? That's what Larry Holmes predicted what happened to Mike Tyson. Like Larry Holmes said Mike Tyson might beat Mike Tyson, not Larry Holmes the fuck out, but he said Mike Tyson might beat me, but I guarantee you, like Mike Tyson will end up in prison. What happened? Mike Tyson ended up in prison. Like sometimes you can see it. And I see that with Ryan Garcia, where I think his lifestyle is going to catch up to him and going to prevent him from living up to his full potential. And I don't know what it's going to be, drugs, women, Rape accusation, who knows? But that's the vibe I'm getting, bro. That's the vibe that I'm getting. I think he's way too immature for the level of success that has come his way and that's coming his way after a win like this. But that's my assessment of the Ryan Garcia. Oh boy. Is Garcia kind of like Miyata from Ippo? Don't really pay attention to in real life. Boss, no, 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 not at all. um, if I had to make a Ippo comparison, if I had to make a Ippo comparison, nah, I don't know. Nah, Ippo. Oh, I know. Y'all, if you know, you know. Ippo. Who was that guy? Who was that guy? Yeah, him. I was like, who would Ryan be? I got it too. Let me get his name right. I got the picture. I need the name though. I got the picture. I need the name. Let's see, Ippo fandom. Ippo fandom. Yeah, that's him right there. That's him right there. Yeah, we got. I got you, Ryan. Okay. And it's almost poetic. Oh boy, it's almost poetic. Okay, let me see. I pull it up. If I had to compare Ryan Garcia to anybody, it would be Ryuichi Hayama. It would be Ryuichi. Um, because if you remember, Ryuichi was like a super confident fighter, and the girls loved him. Like whenever he would show up, like all the girls would be cheering. Like he had a big female fan base, kind of like Ryan Garcia, where Ryan, and then on top of that, Ippo ran into Ryuichi early in his career. So this is early, and Ryan was like that too, where he was popular beyond or before he was even like a big name in the pros. He made a name for himself in the amateurs, and he kind of came into the pros with like a social media following and all that, and it's kind of built. But in Ippo, Ryuichi kind of had that kind of something similar in that he was very popular even early in his career, and he had a big female fan base, right? But also he had a special attack, or his special punch was like the shotgun, and that was the punch that he relied on the most, kind of like Ryan Garcia and the left hook, because that's what they depended on. But it's like their biggest strength is their biggest weakness, because the shotgun was really the main thing that Ryuichi had to rely on. And so when Ippo figured that out, he got knocked out. And with Ryan, when he couldn't utilize the left hook against Tank, he got knocked out. Right. So if I had to compare him to anybody, it would be this guy. It would definitely be the Ryuichi. Just because of the overconfidence, the 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 amount of popularity he had even before really proving himself, the female fan base, and the reliance on one special attack. Like if any fighter in Ippo was close to Ryan Garcia, it would be it would definitely be Hayama with his shotgun for sure. Definitely. Oh wait, hold on, which one? Oh, and yeah, we are back. But I heard that Miata was based on Sugar Ray Leonard. Um, that's at least again, I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. I heard he was based on Sugar Ray Leonard, and that Takamura was inspired by Roberto Duran. Super Chad Marco, Kimo Sabi, welcome to the stream. Chad, do you think the ref tied Ryan and Devin because of bias? I've been seeing that. Like these, these conspiracy videos are popping up that said that the referee was protecting Devin Haney, and that he called certain knockdown slips, like there were certain times where he called it a slip when it should have been ruled a knockdown. Um, when I was watching the fight, I found it weird too. If it would have happened once, but there were like he called like two or three slips. Again, I haven't watched the fight since it was live, but I think he called about two or three slips. One, okay, but two or three, nah, bro. Like some of that was just right. Some of that was just that inside work, knocking his ass. So yeah, can I say he was biased? Without a doubt, I can't. I'm saying I found it suspect. Even when I watched it, I found it suspect. I was like, yeah, all these ain't slips. All these ain't slips. But then, and this is why I'm not going on the conspiracy side. Like, what's the incentive to protect Devin Haney? Maybe he bet on Devin Haney to win. Right? What's the incentive, right? There's your incentive, right? He bet low key bet. Can referees bet on fight? Like certainly that you can't do that, right? Like certainly. Let me look that up. Let me look that up real quick. Let me look that up. That can't be allowed, right? Let's see. Can boxing referees? What the fuck? Can boxing referees bet on boxing? I'm not getting anything. Is this a cover up? Is this a what the fuck? Why I'm not getting shit? This is a simple question. Google or Bing? Maybe that's why. I'm literally getting nothing. I'm not getting anything. But there is this article here. There's an article here. Stephen A. Smith, boxing fans blast referee for saving Devin Haney from Ryan Garcia KO. So yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't just something that a handful of people noticed or that I noticed. Um, but again, we're talking motivation and incentive here. The only incentive I can think is if he bet on the fight personally. Other than that, usually when you have like corruption in boxing, there's a bigger picture. There's a desire to protect somebody who is a bigger name. Like if if you're talking about the health of boxing, it's better for Ryan to win. So if you're looking at it from like big picture, like big corruption, you would want Ryan Garcia to actually be favored because he would be a better face than Devin. He would put more asses in seats than Devin Haney. On an individual level, then yeah, you could say he bet on the fight and because Ryan Garcia was the underdog in his fight. I think he was. I think the betting odds were not in his favor. Um, so yeah, a lot of people probably lost money betting on Devin Haney. How many people lost money on this dude? Think about that. And so imagine you in there controlling the fight to a certain degree, and you watching your money go out the window. But again, this is just conspiracy, alleged, whatnot. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's the incentive you could throw that way. But I'm just saying, big picture, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense if he was given the order to protect Devin Haney. That wouldn't make sense. Ryan Garcia is the one you want to win if you are the boxing manipulating gods. If you are the boxing puppeteers, you want Ryan Garcia to win that fight. You don't want boring Devin Haney to win that fight, right? Devin Haney is your stepping stone for Ryan Garcia to get to the next level. But still, regardless, congratulations to all these guys for fighting the fights in the first place. It's been so much ducking and dodging and shit, and now we're seeing the big names fight each other. We could ask for anything more. You want to talk about why men don't want to date anymore? I should do it's funny. I'm gonna do a video titled something very very similar to that. I was gonna do. Yeah, we could talk about chicks, man. But 2 hours in, by 2 hours, I'm always ready to get the fuck out of here. But before I do that, I gotta talk about basketball too. Just real quick. I don't know. Let me see. Pull this up. I get these out of here. Just like Sugar Ray. NBA playoffs. So the NBA playoffs are going on right now. And I've just kind of been watching. I want to pull up the standings. Timberwolves are going against the Suns as we speak. Oh, God, I really need to get off stream. But let's talk about this. So, yeah, it's the NBA playoffs right now. And we have the standings right here. So, right now, the Timberwolves are going up against the Suns. The Suns seem to be up 61-56. They real close to getting swept. This the game 4 and they're down 3. Let me see. Bucks game 4 versus the Pacers. Pacers just won. Oh shit! So it's 3-1 now, right? Oh shit! That sucks. That really sucks. Oh man. But let me see. I need the number though. What do we Giannis is such a likable guy. I always want him to win and do well. But I'm trying to get the exact number. Because I think they're down like 3-1 now, right? Because they won the first game and they've lost everyone since then. But they're not showing me like the. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. Today final game 4. So the 76ers lost to the Knicks today. The Bucks lost to the Pacers. And yeah, the Mavericks lost to the Clippers, Timberwolves. We'll see. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I noticed something that's happening in basketball. Right, we are seeing the new generation come in and the old generation come out. If you think about it, um, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, they didn't even make it to the playoffs. They lost in the play-in. LeBron James and the Lakers. Now they won the last game, but they're down 3-1, and they avoided a sweep. But most people feel like Denver is going to win this series overall. So we're looking at a first round exit from LeBron James. Then you look at the Clippers, right? Another older team where you got Paul George, Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden. Again, guys from the previous generation going up against the Mavericks, led by Luka, new generation guy. You know, they got Kyrie there too. He's an older guy, but Luka is the leader of that team. And it's tied now, but you know, Mavericks could still win this. Then you look at what's the other one? Yeah, Suns versus Timberwolves. Timberwolves are up 3-0 right now. Timberwolves led by young up and coming star Anthony Edwards. And then you got KD, Devin Booker, and what's the other guy's name? I forgot the other guy's name. But what we're seeing in the NBA that's so interesting is that basically the OGs are getting either like they're getting knocked out. They're getting knocked out and losing bad early in the playoffs or not making it. And it's the young talent that's coming up. And what's that other team? OKC. Who are OKC going up against? The Pelicans. But that's a young team versus a young team, really. But the number one seed in the West is a young team. Is OKC. The number one seed in the East is a youngish team. They're more established, but you know, with the Celtics led by Jason Tatum. But this is interesting to me because it's like in real time we're seeing like a shift in like the new generation coming in and the older generation going out. And it's I don't know. I guess because I never followed basketball as closely as I have in recent years. But it's interesting to see this shit. Like we're literally seeing the LeBron James, KD, Stephen Curry era, Kawhi Leonard, like all that. We just seeing it going like this is it. Like this is like these are the death throes of a aging basketball generation. And we're seeing all these young guys coming in and just dominating like crazy. But I have no idea who's gonna win. If I had to put money, I'd just put it on Denver. Safe bet. You know, defending champions. They definitely got an easy time in the first round here, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But it's a new generation, man. It's a new generation. Let's talk about chicks, man. I remember from the soup, that little segment. Let's talk about chicks, man. So Ankono said you want to talk about why men don't want to date anymore. And I'll probably do a separate video on this too. But I'll try to make it quick before I get out of here because I've been thinking about that too, and I feel like I'm a good example of that. Because obviously I'm a young handsome man, but I don't really bother with dating, and I put no effort whatsoever into trying to date or anything like that. Like the most effort I ever put into it was asking out Iris, right? Like my one asking a girl out moment And God, since like Iris, what was the last one before that? Iris. Yeah, that was that was probably that was probably it. But it's different points. I think one is definitely a lack of confidence. And I don't mean that in like the typical normie way, right? Where it's like you have a lack of confidence due to like being unreasonable or something like that. I think it's a reasonable lack of confidence that guys have because of the things that we see, the things that we see in school, the things that we see in the workplace, the things that we see in the neighborhood and wherever we go on social media, the internet. And I think what we see is, you know, most decent looking women and above just getting so much, having so many options and getting so much male attention. Like the way I feel, like if I see a cute girl, I know that she already has like plenty of dick. She got plenty of guys that she could go to for dick. Um, Girls now basically have a rotation, whether they utilize it or take advantage of it or not. Depends on the girl, but it's there. And I think that really fucks with our confidence as men on the outside looking in, because it almost feels like I know me personally, I have this sense of like, why would she choose me over all the other guys that are available to her? Like I remember, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I saw this girl, like just sexy girl, going into a clothing store. She had like this brown tight bodysuit, big fat ass too. And of course, I like what I see, but in my mind, what I'm thinking is a girl like that, she want a baller. She want a guy with a nice car, dressed well, big dick, tall, handsome, whatever, big dick thug nigga, like right. Like I'm thinking that she would never want to be with a guy like me, and I feel like that's what a lot of guys feel. And when I say like a lack of confidence, um, I think like that's how a lot of guys feel when they see girls. It's like I think a lot of guys don't feel good enough. I think guys don't really feel worthy of getting even a decent looking girl. Because we feel like they can just always do better. And so I definitely think that's part of it. I just that sense of girls having so many options. Why would they choose me? Why would they choose me? I think I would bet a lot of guys feel like that. But also I would say that I would also say it probably has a lot to do with um like a lot of those red pill talking points. As far as like I forgot, I didn't put the face on it, but a lot of those like red pill talking points. As far as like the bullshit that you might have to dealing with women, like the effort of dating, the effort of putting yourself out there, cold approaching, um, building the perfect dating profile and things like that, asking out girls and getting rejected time and time again. I think part of it is just it's the work. It's the work that guys feel like they would have to put in. Um, and then it's like there's no guarantee of results. There's no guarantee of quality. As far as like trying to get what you want um, out of dating or trying to be with the kind of girl that you would want to be with. I just like from my perspective, and I'm just projecting how I feel onto other guys. Like I look at trying to get a girlfriend like climbing a mountain or shit like that. As far as like from the effort perspective of not just how you have to build yourself up and present yourself, but going out on dates and having this the money you got to spend and having to impress her and shit like that. And you know, in a way, a lot of this can be mental. You know, because maybe if you actually try, it's not as hard as it seems. You know, um, but that's how it feels. Like I just know that's how it feels for me, and so I kind of just feel like that's how a lot of guys probably see it too, where it just feels like it's too much effort. Girls don't want me, and I think also just the quality of women has gone down, much like the quality of men. Let's be honest. I'm not a great example of what a man should be in every way. I think this in the same way though, how a lot of men come up short in different areas in life. I think women have kind of strayed from a lot of the expectations and things that men would want, right? From women being more promiscuous and their overall attitudes and things like that. I think women have just become overall like more unattractive because they just it just seems like they demand more than ever, but they're not giving as much as what was typically expected of them, right? So that's kind of a common sense issue right there, right? You're paying more for less. I think that's another sentiment amongst men. Like I'm paying more for less. So again, lack of confidence, too much effort to date, quality of women going down while the cost is going up. That's what I would say in a nutshell. I'll do a whole video talking about this because it's a good subject. I'll probably just call it "Why Dating Isn't Worth It for Some Men" or something like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed that stream, and I will. I don't know. I might do another one pretty soon. I love coming up here. Again, I just been trying to do these streams more often. I know it used to be I'd do one like every couple months. I've been sticking to doing at least one of these a week. I love doing these neat and chills. So I'll probably come back again. If not in the middle of the week, then definitely over the weekend. So I'm glad you guys showed up, and I will see you on the next neat and chill stream. So, Johnny.